The next topic is confidence interval for the slope coefficient beta sub 1, and that's given by this formula b sub 1 plus the t table value times s sub b sub 1, and the degrees of freedom is n minus 2. So s sub b sub 1 we already computed when we did the t-test. Now this confidence interval can also be simply read out from the Excel data analysis results. So here is the coefficient, and the lower 95% and upper 95% give us the lower limit and the upper limit for the corresponding coefficient. So let's look at both of them in our Excel file. Okay, so we're going to construct a confidence interval first, and then we will read the confidence interval limits from the Excel output, the data analysis output. So b sub 1 and s sub b sub 1, we set that up right here. So that's our b sub 1, and s sub b sub 1 is right here, and we can get these two information from the data analysis output also. And we want 95% confidence interval. So degrees of freedom is the degrees of freedom for MSE, which is that one. So t table value is t dot inv dot 2t. Now we have to provide the alpha value. So 1 minus the confidence level is the alpha, and the degrees of freedom is the MSE degrees of freedom. So then you get the t table value. So margin of error is the t table value times s sub b sub 1. So that's our margin of error. So you go b sub 1 minus margin of error, that's the lower limit, and b sub 1 plus margin of error gives you the upper limit. Okay. Now we can get these two limits from the regression output data from data analysis as well for 95%. So here if you go back to the output, so here it is. So you see lower 95, upper 95. Now if you need a confidence level different from 95%, then you have to specify that in the regression command screen. So here's and then you will get the limits for the desired percentage. But here we need only 95%. That's our lower limit, and H130 is the upper limit. You see, it's the same thing like what we calculated. So now we can do an interpretation. Okay, interpretation for the slope coefficient. What is slope coefficient? Slope coefficient is the amount of increase in y, and that is annual sales. How much the annual sales will go up by for unit increase in x, x being the profiled population size of the customer, profiled number of customers. So we can say that we are 95% confident that if the number of customers increases by 1, x goes up by 1, that is, if for a rise of 1 million customers, profiled customers, then the average increase in sales for that store will be between these two numbers in millions, of course, 1.522, which is rounded to 3 decimal places here, $1 million. So that's our confidence interval for the slope coefficient.